What's up, Charlie? My name is Kwekwaye, and this is Ghanaian photography. Have you ever had a shoot and after realized that there are some nasty hotspots on your subject's face or any part of her body? I'll take you through how to easily clear those nasty highlights using AI. The tool we'll be using for this is an AI plugin from Retouch4me. It's called Matifier. We'll use it both in Capture One and in Photoshop. I'll take you through how to use it in Capture One first, then we move to Photoshop. You don't need to use it in both of them at the same time. First of all, let's do it in Capture One. Over here, we have our image which has been raw processed but not retouched yet. So here in Capture One, if we zoom in, realize that we have some nasty highlights all over her face and on her arm here. So let's zoom out and then we right click on it. Then we go to Edit with Other. So here we'll go and select the plugin that we want to use. So in Applications, we'll go to Matifier. So this is Retouch4me Matifier, and then click Open. And here we leave everything as it is and we click Edit Variants. It opens up the plugin page, and here we are going to do everything. And this is where we are going to do everything. Let's maximize this. Now the blend mode is at 100%. And what you need to know is this plugin is the same as the other plugins from Retouch4me. That's one thing. They have almost the same interface. So once you learn how to use one, it's easier to transition to the other one. So here we have the brush, the eraser tool, then we have original and preview. And then we have this one selects the type of image you have, whether it's close-up, portrait or full portrait. So this is the effects at 100% blend. As you realize, it is too much, it's overboard. So let's reduce the blend here like that. So as we reduce it, you see that it brings back some of the highlights. Yes, sometimes you intentionally create highlights just to give the image that depth, but then sometimes it's too much. So we are looking at when it's too much, how to solve it. So here let's bring the blend mode down a bit to like 30%, and then let's look at before and after. This is before, this is now, before and now. So if you realize we've made some progress, let's zoom back in, and then we go to original and now. Original and now. If it's not much for you, you can either increase the effect or decrease it. So I think this is okay for us. So we click on save for it to save the effects. Then we can close this now. And if we come here, this is what it has done for us. So we can select both of them side by side and then take a look. So this is before and this is after. So we realize we made a lot of change. If the effect is not enough for you, you can go in there and then check it again. But this is okay for me, so I'll keep it like that. Now, we've learned how to do it in Capture One. So we'll move to Photoshop and do the same thing. To do this in Photoshop, we select the image, right click, and then we can either export it or we do edits with. So we will use the same thing, edit with, and then Photoshop. Everything here is the same thing. We just click OK. Now we have this in Photoshop. So just like we did for the other plugins for Retouch4me, we'll duplicate this layer and then we go to Filter, Retouch4me, and then here we have the Matifier. We click on it, it will open the Matifier app for us. So here we have it opening, and this is resource intensive, so make sure your system can handle it. So here let's increase it. So first thing I do when I'm using Retouch4me plugins is I always select this make mask. I will explain in the next step why I use that. So here, as usual, the blend is at 100%. You never want to leave it at 100% because you see how it makes the image flat. Let's zoom in and see. See, this is not the effect we want. So let's go to blend and then reduce it. Let's go to 0%. So this is 0. As we increase it, we see the effect being applied. So let's go somewhere around 30. So here we look at original and now, original and now. If we are okay with the result it's giving us, then we can click on apply. And just like that, we have it here. So we can zoom in and then check what we have. So this is before, this is after. So if you're not using Capture One, you can do this in Photoshop. If you're using Capture One, you can do it in Capture One as well. You don't have to do it in both places, as I explained. I demonstrated in both apps so that those of you who use either apps will be able to achieve the same thing. If this has been helpful to you, don't forget to like this video and share it with other people that you know will benefit from this. You can check out these other videos showing on the screen to learn more. I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for watching.